All right, my name is Preston Black, and this is one of my observations for National University. All right, guys, so today, right, we are going to be looking at 8EE1 and figuring out what a power is, what a base is, what an exponent is, and then how to work problems with all three of those pieces. So I've already put a Padlet into the chat. Most of you have put your name on the Padlet and copied the questions and sentence frames that we'll need here at the end. During the lesson, make sure you have your whiteboards. Can you hold your whiteboards up for me, please? Whiteboards, I see them. Let me see them. Very good. Good, Rihanna. Good, Valerie, Andrea, Philip, Cassandra, Gabriel. Let's go. All right. Good job. Good. You can put them down. You can put them down. So, of course, I forgot my stylus today. So I will be writing on the whiteboard on the computer. So we've been talking about looking at problems with same bases, different bases, same exponents, different exponents, division problems, multiplication problems. So today I really want to make sure that you guys have down, you can define what a base is, you can define what an exponent is, you can define what a power is, and then the rules that we need for multiplication and division. Okay, so those are the questions and sentence frames on your Padlets. Those are the goals that we are going to be looking for to hit during this lesson. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Make sure your cameras are on. If I call on you, go ahead and share out your answer with the class. Okay. Sometimes I may ask for just a response in the chat. Remember, if I ask for a response in the chat, you are just typing to me. Right? I want to make sure that you are understanding what we're talking about. So if I do ask for something in the chat, just make sure that it is directed at me and not everyone in the class. Okay, so we have our whiteboard up. Okay, and we have 8 to the 4th power, right? 8 to the 4th power. So go ahead and write this down on your whiteboard. Go and write it down on your whiteboard. 8 to the 4th power. Eight to the 4th power. Go ahead and hold your whiteboards up. Let me see that you had written it down. 8 to the 4th power. Make sure the 4 is a little bit smaller, Margarita. Good. All right, now I would like you to draw an arrow and label the base of the problem and label the exponent to the problem, okay? The base and the exponent. Give you guys 15 seconds. All right, go ahead and hold up your whiteboards for me, please. Very good, Rihanna. Very good, Diana. Good job, Gabriel. Good job, Joanna. Good job, Cassandra. Good job, Philip. Good. So most of us were able to do that correctly, right? We have this guy here as our base, and this guy here as our exponent. We'll just put EXP as our exponent, right? So whenever we look at a problem like this with a base and an exponent, right? what is this problem telling us to do? How would we be able to write this, right, as just a regular whole number? What would we have to do? Tell me in the chat. How would we be able to get rid of the exponent and just write this as a whole number? Tell me in the chat. What does 8 to the 4th power mean? Good job, Philip. Whenever you see 8 to the 4th power, what do you know you have to do? Good, Gabriel. What does it mean? Good, Angela. Good, Joanna. Right? We know that this here, this is 8 to the 4th. We know that this here means 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, right? Good. So that's what we know that 8 to the 4th power means, right? It means 8 times 8 times 8. So we've labeled exponent base. We know what it means. What do we call a problem with a base and an exponent? A base and an exponent. In the chat, type it to me. What do we call a base and an exponent whenever a problem has one base and one exponent? Good, Philip, Joanna, Gabriel, Rihanna. Not quite, Melanie. It's okay. You missed whenever we talked about this. Okay, Jordan, keep thinking. Starts with a P. Starts with a P. Whenever you are a king of something, you have a lot of this. You can make decisions, right? Good, Margarita. Good, Jordan. There we go. You thought hard and long enough. Good, Brianna. Good, Rihanna. Right? It's called every time. Power, right? Power. We have one base and one exponent, right? So we know that this is defined as a power. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and erase this. Now, I'm going to put a problem onto the screen, okay? And then we are going to talk about it, okay? So let's go back to 8 to the 4th power times 8 to the 2nd power, okay? So first we have to identify what? What two things? These right here. Philip, what are these two things? Or this one thing? Sorry, this is the multiplication right here. This is the time. There we go. Right? What is the first thing we have to do whenever we see a multiplication problem with two different powers, right? We have to identify what needs to be the same. What needs to be the same? Good. The bases need to be the same, right? That's the first thing we need to look at. That's the first thing we need to look at. Are the bases the same in this problem? Joanna, are the bases the same? There we go. Thumbs up. Yes, they are, right? They are the same. So now we realize that the bases are the same, right? What do we do with the exponents? Everybody in the chat, when the base is the same, what do we do with the exponents in a multiplication problem? Good, Margarita, Cassandra, Philip, Rihanna, Jordan. I'm liking the effort today. Good, Daniel. Right? We add the exponents. So we drop the base down because we know that it's going to be 8, right? And then what is 4 plus 2? What is 4 plus 2? 6, right? 6. So it's 8 to the 6th power, right? That is the correct answer. You remember, when we are adding with the same base, or whenever we're in a multiplication problem with how many powers are in this problem? How many powers are in this problem? How many powers? Hold them up on your fingers. Hold it up on your fingers. Give me those peace signs. Give me those peace signs. Right? There are 2 powers. 2 different powers. 1 and 2. Right? 1 and 2. We're multiplying 2 powers with the same base. Good. All right. So we have this down. Right? Whenever we are multiplying with 2 different powers. Now let's look at 9 to the... Okay, so in division, just like multiplication, whenever we have 2 powers, what is the first thing that we need to look at and identify? Is what the same? Is what the same? The bases, right? We have to good. We have to see if the bases match. Do they match in this problem? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Oh yeah, seeing lots of thumbs ups. Seeing lots of thumbs up. All right. So our bases are the same. Now, what do we need to do with the exponents when the bases are same in a division problem? In a division problem. If we add them in a multiplication problem, what do we need to do to them in a division problem? Good. Very good. Subtract, right? So we know our bases are the same, so we just drop our base in. And then what is 8 minus 3? What is 8 minus 3? Hold it up on your hands. Hold it up on your hands. Hold it up on your hands. 8 minus 3. 5, right? Good. 5. So it's 9 to the 5th power. Okay, good. So we have looked at a multiplication problem with the same bases and a division problem with the same bases. Now let's do this. Okay, so what do we do here? What is the first thing we have to identify? Is what the same? Is what the same? The base. Good. We have to identify if the base is the same. Is the base the same for this problem? Shake your head. Shake your head. Yes or no? Shake your head. Wake those brains up. Yes or no? No, they are not. Right? We have one base that's 8 and one base that's 7. So whenever the bases are different, right? The bases are different. Okay? We then look at the exponents. Are the exponents the same in this problem? In the parentheses, right? We're doing the parentheses first. Are the exponents the same in the parentheses? Yes, the exponents are, right? They're both 4 and 4. Okay, so we know the bases are different, but the exponents are the same. Okay? So, what can we do to solve this problem? So, since the bases are different, we cannot just drop them down, right? What do we have to do? We have to multiply them, right? We have to multiply them. What is 8 times 7? What is 8 times 7? Margarita, that's 8 plus 7. That's 8 plus 7. There we go, Joanna. There we go, Daniel, Philip. Good. 8 times 7 is 56, right? 8 times 7 is 56. So, the bases were different, so we multiplied them. When the exponents are the same and the bases are different, we just drop the exponent down, right? We just drop the exponent down. We don't add them, right? Because we can only add them when what? When can we add the exponents? When what is the same? When the bases are the same. Good. So, are the bases the same here? No, so we cannot add them. So they just drop down. So a 4 just drops down. So now we have this, right? We got done with that, and we still have it raised to the second power. Okay? So now, how many groupings are there going to be? How many groupings of 56 are there going to be? Show me those peace signs again. In some parts of the world, it also means victory. It also means victory. 2, right? We're going to have 2 groupings. How many 56s are going to be in each group? How many hold up your fingers. Hold up your fingers. How many quarters are in $1? How many quarters are in $1? 4, right? So we're going to have 4 number 56s in each group. So we can do this. 56, 56, 56, 56. Boom, there's one group. 56, 56, 56. 2 groups. Okay, so how many 56s in total? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. So our answer is going to be 56 to the 8th power, right? If you know that you can multiply the exponents here, you could just do 4 times 2 instead of writing it out. If you want to write it out, good for you. If you want to take the short route, you can just multiply the exponents like we've talked about. Okay, so we have that answer. Okay. Are you guys ready? Well, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Okay, so now we're adding multiplication and division into the same problem. Okay. First, we need to do what? What do we do first? What's in the what? It starts with a P. We have to first start with what? What part of the problem? Good, the stuff that's in the parentheses, right? So let's look at what's in the parentheses. Are the bases the same? Are the bases the same? Give me a thumbs up if the bases are the same in the parentheses. Yes, 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 they are, right? They are the same. So, if they're the same, what do we do to the exponents? If the base is the same, what do we do to the exponents? We add them, right? Good. Good answers in the chat. So what is 4 plus 6? What is 4 plus 6? $10. So we can cross this out because it's 3 to the 10th power, right? So we still have 3 to the 10th power, right? Raised to the 3rd power, right? We still have this guy here. So what do we do here? We can just multiply the 10 times the 3. So the 10 exponent times the 3. And what is 10 times 3? 10 times 3 is 30, right? So we have 3 to the 30th power over 3 to the 2nd power. All right, so if we have 3 to the 30th power over 3 to the 2nd power, we are now in a division problem, right? We need to identify what? That what is the same? Are the bases the same? Yes, the bases are the same, right? If the bases are the same in a division problem, what do we need to do with the exponents? When the bases are the same in a division problem, what do we need to do with the exponents? We subtract them. Good. So what is 30 minus 2? What is 30 minus 2? Those are our exponents in our division problem. Equals 28. So the answer to this entire problem is 3 to the 28th power. Okay? 3 to the 28th power. Okay, this is one of the tougher problems that we have seen, okay? On your Padlet, right, on your Padlet, you have some questions that you need to answer, and you're going to answer them for this problem. Okay, so the Padlet is in the chat. Go ahead and pull it up. Most of you have already added the questions to yours, so that is great. Thank you very much. But you are going to answer your problems based on this one problem that we just worked out, okay? So let's look at it for just a second, and then we will come back. Right? What is the base? What is the exponent? What is a power? And then you're just going to answer 4 and 5, right? Using the sentence frames provided. When multiplying with the same base, we blank, right? You need to fill it in. When multiplying powers with different bases, we blank and fill it in, okay? So there are sentence frames there for you to use on questions 4 and 5. Questions 1 and 2 are about the problem. Okay, so let me go back to the whiteboard if I can. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes to fill out the Padlet. So they did a very good job of being able to explain how to differentiate from a base and an exponent, how to really find and know what to do when the bases are the same, when the bases are different. They were able to explain how that changes the problem. So they're just filling out their Padlet now, and I'll be able to take and see which learners are able to comprehend. This is something that we have been going over for a few days. So a lot of the learners have been able to show me that they understand the information, but this is another CFU that I can use for my small grouping so that I can pull some of these learners back who are struggling and go over with them in more detail. Good, Gabriel. Good, Joanna. Good, Rihanna. You should be rounding up questions 1 and 2. I'll give you guys another minute just for questions 1 and 2 so that I can go ahead and close the whiteboard and just look at your guys' Padlets. Good, Rihanna. Both Rihannas. Very good job, Valerie. Very good job, Philip. Good job using the sentence frames. Good job, Melanie. Job, Daniel. Matthew, let's get going, bud. Okay, Jesus. Keep trying. Keep trying. Great job, Melanie. Even when you're in LA in a hotel, you're still getting the job done. Very good job, Cassandra. Good, Cassandra. Good job, Jordan. Okay, guys, go ahead and stop where you were at. If you did not finish this, go ahead and finish it during your independent time today. Very good job. A lot of you were able to distinguish the difference between what we do when we have the same bases, the same exponents, different bases, multiplying, dividing, right? Very, very good job. All right, that is it.